Hey, what is up everybody, it's Animac here for Anime Uproar, and the final arc in Black Clover has just dropped some massive clues about Asta's ultimate godly magical power that will allow him to become the strongest character in Black Clover and defeat the overpowered Lucius. Tabata has been hinting at this for a while. It involves Yami, Ichika, the demon slasher katana, dark magic, and of course, anti-magic. You are not ready for the truth about Asta's true magic power, the final form of anti-magic, so let's get into it. You guys know the drill. If you enjoy our Black Clover content and you want to see more in the future, leave a quick like and comment right now. It only takes you a second, but it helps with that YouTube algorithm. And if you are one of the over 50% of people who watch our videos regularly but haven't taken the time to subscribe yet, do me a big favor and subscribe right now. It's completely free and it helps the channel out a lot. Finally, this video will contain Black Clover manga spoilers, so please proceed with caution. You have been warned. Ever since he first arrived in Hino country, Asta has been undergoing his final training arc. In particular, he has been learning to control and manipulate his ki in new and unique ways, including the advanced Zetten technique. And he has been trying to combine ki manipulation with the power of his anti-magic. Because ki manipulation isn't something that people from the Clover Kingdom are familiar with, Asta's ability to learn these unique ki techniques could give him an important advantage over Lucius when he finally returns to the Clover Kingdom. The person who had taken the lead role in training Asta is Yami's little sister, Ichika. She is of course one of the Ryuzen 7 of the most powerful mages in Hino country, and she is able to combine her unique dark magic with advanced ki manipulation techniques. It is important to note that there are different types of Zetten, and each Zetten user has their own unique style. Different users also split their Zetten powers in different ways and focus them in on different parts of the body. Asta's big challenge is to figure out which Zetten technique is the most compatible with his body and with anti-magic, and he has to figure it out soon. It turns out that the Shogun of Hino country, Ryuya, does not have any magic, but he does have Tengensu, an all-seeing eye that can see everything that's happening at any given moment. This Genjutsu, Tengensu, is how he's been able to anticipate what's happening all around him, how he knew that Asta was going to appear in Hino country, and so on. During this final training arc, we also learned that Yami is basically Itachi. At the age of 13, he allegedly massacred the entire Yami clan, except for his little sister Ichika, and then he disappeared. The Yami clan were a family of legendary assassins before they were all Itachi'd by Yami. From what we've seen so far, it's clear that Yami's father was abusive, but we don't know anything about the other clan members. This is just a guess, but they probably wanted to overthrow the Shogun and take control of the Hidden Leaf Village. Hino country. Asta doesn't think Yami could ever do something as brutal as exterminating his entire clan, but Ichika claims that she saw him with her own eyes and she hates him for it. But as all of us shonen fans know, there has to be more to this story. Either Yami didn't really eliminate the clan and Ichika just misinterpreted the situation, like someone else made it look like he did it and Ichika fell for it, or Yami must have had a very good reason to do what he did. We've known Yami for a long time now, and we know that he isn't the type of person who would just murder a bunch of people in cold blood. There is definitely more to this story, but we will have to wait and see what really happened with Yami and his clan. I just hope this won't be literally a carbon copy of Itachi's backstory, because we're getting pretty close here. And now that I think about it, Ichika totally has serious Sasuke vibes. Anyway, as Ichika unleashes her full power against Asta during their training, she reveals that her dark magic or dark Yojutsu works best when it is combined with martial arts and sword fighting. She also reveals a technique called Black Star. It's essentially a black sphere or spheres that generate a gravitational pull, and this pull allows her to create vulnerabilities in her opponent. So she can use this pull either on her opponent or herself to make her own movements wild and unpredictable. Remember this technique because it will become important later. For his part, Asta continues to be outmatched by Ichika, but just when he thinks that he's finally figured out the perfect form for his Zetten, his training was abruptly stopped by Ryuya. Ryuya stops the fight because Lucius's paladins have already arrived in Hino country, including Sister Lily, a guy that looks like Revchi, and Heath Grice. Yes, freaking Heath Grice, one of the very few characters who actually died in Black Clover, and it wasn't a flashback, was brought back to life by Tabata thanks to the power of Lucius's magic. Tabata really doesn't like to deal with death in his manga, and while I can respect that since he is the mangaka and he can write the story in whichever way he wants, it's fair to say that all of those no one dies in Black Clover memes are going to continue. And speaking of no one dying in Black Clover, remember Morris? He was like a mad magical scientist character from the Spade Kingdom arc. He actually looked like he might be an interesting villain for like 5 minutes before Lucifero sacrificed him to open the second Cliff-Off gate by draining all of his magic and life force, seemingly killing him. Well, shockingly, he's actually still alive, although he is severely injured, covered in bandages, and missing 3 of his limbs. But Lucius has a plan for Morris, and so he uses the magic of the Dark Triad to instantly heal Morris's severe injuries just by touching him. Morris's limbs instantly grow back, his scars disappear, and he can even see for the first time ever. As we know, Morris was born blind, so he was never able to see in the traditional sense. Morris is stunned by the extent of Lucius's magical power. He realizes that what Lucius has done goes far beyond recovery magic. Lucius is able to create and regenerate actual human bodies, and his power is now on par with the power of a true god. Lucius's ability to do this seems to come from the fact that he trapped Dante, Xenon, and Vanica inside 3 magical cocoons. And these cocoons are allowing him to drain their body, bone, and blood magic and to use them at will to create immortal human bodies. Morris is so impressed with Lucius's godly power that he wants to study it and conduct experiments, but Lucius just touches Morris's forehead and places him under his complete control. Lucius then commands Morris to use his magic and knowledge for the sake of true peace, and the brainwashed Morris agrees immediately. Lucius proceeds to send 3 of his paladins to Japan, Hino country, which just happens to look exactly like Japan in our own world for whatever reason. Lucius can sense that Asta is over there training and getting stronger, and his growing strength is becoming a threat to the world peace that Lucius has envisioned. But Sister Lily then says something interesting. She says that Lucius cannot make a move right now, and that is why the Paladins must be the ones to eliminate this threat in Hino country. And now that I think about it, when we saw Lucius in that Morris scene, he was sitting on his throne the entire time and he didn't get up for even a second. This could suggest a weakness or limitation that Lucius is dealing with, something that drains him of his strength and power for whatever reason. And so he has no choice but to sit still on his throne and delegate all the important work to his paladins for the time being. We know that in the past, Lucius was shown to be in a wheelchair, so I wonder what's really going on with him and his body. We're not yet sure what exactly Lucius's weakness is, but I'm willing to bet that this weakness is something that is going to play an important role in the future. When the Paladins arrive in Hino, they use beast magic to revive the legendary 5-headed dragon of the Goshu region, and they vow to make Hino country the foundation of world peace, presumably by ruthlessly stomping out all potential opposition. As 5 of the 7 Ryuzen, including Ichika, prepare to battle against the Paladins and the giant monstrous dragon, Asta is forced to continue his training by fighting the strongest of the Ryuzen 7. Before Asta can enter the battle against the Paladins, he has to complete his training. He has to perfect his Zetten, he has to master his Ki, and he has to attain a new ultimate power-up. And I think I know exactly what Asta's ultimate power-up will be. It is of course related to his own ki and anti-magic, but it is also related to the dark magic of Ichika and Yami, including their unique techniques, Black Star and Black Hole. Over a year ago, I made a theory video in which I hypothesized that the ultimate evolution of Asta's anti-magic is going to be none other than Black Hole magic. The ability to attract, absorb, and neutralize all magical spells, objects, and energies. Now, in the real world, a black hole is a region of space-time where the gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape. Black holes can absorb everything around them, including massive objects like stars, and they warp and alter everything in the immediate area, including gravity, space, and even time. The reason why I really like the idea of anti-magic evolving into black hole magic is because we know that the 3 strongest devils in Black Clover possess gravity magic, spatial magic, and time magic. So since a black hole has the ability to warp all three of these things, it seems like the perfect weapon to use against these three devils. I also like this theory because a black hole is a massive collapsed star, and star symbolism and imagery is constantly present in Black Clover. There is red star imagery all over Asta's demon form, and Asta's main rival Yuno was revealed to possess star magic. So it would be very fitting for Asta to possess the dark counterpart of star magic, black hole magic. And then we have the black hole and black star spells associated with the dark magic used by Yami and Ichika. Dark magic has always been treated as extremely special and rare in Black Clover. And even back in the Elf Saga, dark magic was unique in its ability to actually hurt a devil like Zagred. Dark magic was later revealed to be connected to the underworld, and that is why Yami's magic was required for opening the gates of the Cliffoth. Yami has a spell called Black Hole, which allows him to create a small black hole that absorbs other magical spells around it. And we already talked about Ichika's spell Black Star, which also looks like a small black hole or holes, and which has the ability to manipulate gravity. We also already have a direct connection between Asta's anti-magic and Yami's dark magic in the form of Asta's fourth sword, the Demon Slasher Katana, a sword which once belonged to Yami and was used in combination with dark magic, but which now belongs to Asta and is being used in combination with anti-magic. With Asta now also training with Ichika and learning key techniques like Zetten, it seems that Tabata is continuing to play up the connection between Asta and dark magic. And I believe that the ultimate evolution of Asta's power will be a union of anti-magic and dark magic. And this union, along with advanced key techniques, will allow Asta to awaken the ultimate magic in Black Clover, a magic that contains both the properties of dark magic and anti-magic at the same time, and that is black hole magic. In my old video about black hole magic, I also went into great detail about why I think that Liebe isn't actually a low-ranked devil. And I said that he could secretly be one of the highest ranked devils, even though he may not realize it himself. I won't get into that here because I already talked about all the hints and clues in that video, so if you want to check that out, I will link it in the description. The video was actually a collab between me and Broku, and I think there's a lot of really useful information there. But needless to say, if Liebe turned out to be a highest ranked devil instead of a low ranked one, then the idea that he could help Asta awaken the ultimate form of magic, black hole magic, makes even more sense. So, what would it mean for Asta to unlock black hole magic through a combination of anti-magic, dark magic, and advanced key manipulation techniques? We know that a black hole will absorb everything around it, even light itself, and entire stars and planets can be pulled into it. According to some theories, everything that a black hole absorbs turns into a gravitational singularity, an area where the space-time curvature becomes infinite. This means that anything that gets close enough to a black hole will get sucked into the singularity and crushed to infinite density. Black holes have even been associated with things like time travel, because time is said to actually slow down in the proximity of a black hole. Some physicists have even suggested that inside a black hole there exists a region of chaotic space in which time does not exist. Like, think about it, generating a space in which time magic would have zero effect. As hard as all of this stuff about black holes in real life is to even imagine, it did get me thinking. As I said earlier, the three strongest devils are said to possess gravity magic, spatial magic, and time magic. And right now, Lucius is in possession of all of them. We know he possesses time magic, even though we still haven't met the time magic devil. We know that he absorbed Lucifero's gravity magic. And we know that he also now possesses the spatial magic of Beelzebub because he was able to grant Sister Lily the power to use it. So Lucius, the final villain in Black Clover, can already use the magic of all three of the strongest devils in the entire story. So how can anyone defeat this guy now that he has access to the most powerful devil magic and to the magic of the Dark Triad, which now seemingly enables him to create immortal human bodies, instantly heal the most severe injuries, and so on. Not to mention the fact that he possesses soul magic, which also is a factor that we can't forget. Personally, I think that he will be defeated by Asta combining anti-magic, dark magic, and key manipulation to unlock black hole magic. Since black holes can alter and warp space, time, and gravity, black hole magic is the ultimate weapon against the overpowered Lucius. I can totally see Asta getting wrecked in the final battle against Lucius, but then surpassing his limits and awakening black hole magic. He will then suddenly be able to counter all of Lucius's attacks. And knowing Tabata, I can also see Asta using black hole magic to absorb some magic from all of his friends and allies, combining it into one single super move, and then releasing it as an ultimate world-breaking attack that finally takes down Lucius once and for all. That would be such an epic end to the final battle because it follows the shonen formula of the main character becoming the strongest character in the end, but it also remains consistent with Tabata's formula of including teamwork as an important part of every battle. What do you guys think? Will Asta defeat Lucius by unlocking black hole magic? Is there going to be some sort of epic fusion between dark magic and anti-magic? Will Yami succeed in rescuing the Hidden Leaf Village? Don't forget to leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this Black Clover video and you want to see more in the future, leave a quick like and comment right now. It only takes you literally a second, but it helps me out a lot. And if you're one of the over 50% of people who watch our videos but haven't taken the time to subscribe yet, make this the video that you subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. The way that YouTube works, even if you watch our videos regularly, you're gonna miss a ton of them if you don't subscribe and hit the bell. You can also hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at AnimeUproar. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.